Right. Hello, hello, hello. Seems like you guys can hear me. All right. Got it. Got it. Everything. Every time I hit go, it's like bam, 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 bam. Everything goes off at one time. That like never fails. All right. Let's just dive in today. I actually have some stuff to do right after this, so need to get rolling. And if the dog goes crazy, yes, coffee's ready. I made sure to fill the coffee up, although it's a little bit warm right now. But I made sure to do it right beforehand, Nora, because I knew you were going to ask me about it. And then Ernest had to pick on me yesterday about it. Actually, I guess it wasn't Ernest. Ernest says he skips the drinking piece because it takes too much energy. He just eats the beans. Um, and then Joel, I don't know if it's Joel or may have been James. James wanted to pick on me about I need help. I need to go to the Serenity Lodge. No, no, you're fine. No, I got something at 11. I actually have I have one of the mentoring sessions at 11 today that I gave out on Tuesday. It's funny. Yesterday I had two planned. The first one of the entire group, no shows. I was like, wow, this is starting off great. First mentoring session I gave away, bam, guy just blanks and doesn't show. The second one actually was with one of our new students, and she's awesome. I'm really excited to see what she does with everything. She's having some good success. Um, you know, very very fun woman to talk to. So yeah, it's funny. She has kids too. I could hear kids in the background. I was like, "Yep, know what that's like." But yeah, so I'm gonna try to get her involved in some of the chart schools as well. I think she'd be a good addition to the group. She had some good questions, good setups. Um, Definitely think would be an awesome addition. So hopefully we can get her involved in more stuff too. Um, oh, okay. Hold on. So guys, sorry. One of my coaches was doing all kinds of stuff. I was like, no, 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 stop doing that. He's like, should I ask this guy to add this? Like, no, 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 we're going a different way. No, no, I just stopped talking, Daryl. I do take a breath sometimes. Mm. Hot coffee. No, I just stopped talking. There is a noise canceling feature, so if I'm not, if I'm not talking, it should go completely silent. It should. Like, see right there, it should have went silent. I was watching it. I was like, "What's he talking about?" Um, no, I wasn't chugging my coffee. It's too hot. I don't like hot coffee. I'm one of those people that doesn't like piping hot coffee as well as like pizza. Like I have like a love hate relationship. I like pizza, but I absolutely can't stand when you burn your mouth, the top of your mouth, because like the oil on the pizza is too hot. So yeah, but coffee's the same thing. Like I'm not one of those people. But like that. The person that like sued McDonald's for $1 million. Like I feel like that person's genius, but I also do not like because I don't put anything in coffee. Like Melissa's comes out and I'm like, is it in steam format or is it in liquid yet? But then she dumps like a cup of French vanilla creamer in there. I'm like, you got more creamer in there than coffee. I don't put anything. Like maybe occasionally I'll take like a like an Irish cream or something like that. I'll throw that in there. But yeah, just drink it black. Ernest, I will fully admit that I do eat much pizza the morning after. I am not opposed to having breakfast pizza. I mean, figure it's healthy, right? I mean, it's basically toast with just some tomatoes on it. I mean, if you have an omelet, you throw sauce in it. What's the difference? I just don't have the egg. I have the cheese. I got some dairy. It's the same thing. Yeah. All right. So this morning, everything's pretty much leveled out. We're seeing a little bit dollar strength across the board. I wouldn't say that it's anything astronomical. Aussie dollar was at a level we missed it by like 1.1 or 1.2 pips. We had called that one out yesterday, and a few of these other ones are just kind of retracing back to more of an equilibrium point today. Um, I feel like a lot of people will see what Powell says if he says nothing earth shattering. I feel like it'll kind of like level out today. I think it's been quite a volatile week, um, between everything with FOMC, mentioning the taper, um, and then all the crypto stuff in the last 24 hours. So yeah, we'll see what he says. I really don't feel like Powell's going to say much today. I feel like if you were going to drop a bomb, it was 2 days ago. It's not going to be today. I just feel like there's absolutely no reason for them to really do much, right? There just isn't. I mean, really think about it. It's like, hey, these are the opening remarks at an online conference. Like, what is he going to do? Drop some big type of, some new economic policy in the opening remarks, and then not give people like a chance to ask questions about it? Nah, I mean, come on. So I feel like it's going to be a little bit more boring today. um. All right. With that said, let's just dive in. I mean, really, there's nothing Saturday, right? Williams is speaking, but it's Saturday, so maybe. Where's he speaking? Is it anything good? Maybe if he says something really, really juicy, we get some movement. But again, if anything, it'll be a Sunday night gap on that one. And then German federal elections. I love it. I mean, it does make sense, but it's like, all day elections on a Sunday, right? I don't know. Do we ever do elections on a weekend? I feel like all of our elections are always like on a Tuesday, right? So the kids have to be off from school, right? I feel like Sunday elections is kind of cool, but it's not going to move the markets that much. And then Monday. So we got some more FOMO members speaking, and we have durable goods. Durable goods are expected to be positive. Core is down a little bit, but durable goods are up. After seeing the retail sales numbers, could be an interesting morning. And then everybody and their brother, everybody's got to talk on Monday, right? Evans, William, Bernard. Now, she's doing this one right here. I am very interested to hear what Bernard says, because remember, she is the digital dollar not so much anti crypto, but digital dollar advocate for the US. So, and again, her gender has, I'm sure, a lot to do with it. But if Pal is, basically removed, it's expected that she's going to take over. Okay. Is she the most qualified? Is she the most tenured? Not really. But she's getting a leg up because this is what we need to do, I guess. But she is definitely all on board the digital dollar, which I am 180% behind. So I think it, I wouldn't be surprised if she mentioned something about China. Okay, so again, this could provide some fireworks on Monday, and again, we'll talk from now till then. And again, obviously, Aussie retail sales. So some good stuff there. Some good stuff. All right. Oh, there's oil. I was like, wait, what is this? This is junk. All right. So here is the Aussie. Okay. We've basically retraced almost all the way back down. So the 72.23 level. Yesterday we were sitting like right in this level. You can see we had two different shots here and missed it by just a little tiny bit. Aggressive entries would have gotten in. Been a nice run back to the downside. So hopefully you guys were able to get some type of an entry in here. It's playing with people's emotions for sure. This level at 72.23. This is a rough one because again, barely broke, broke even less, right? So it's obviously a level we need to watch out for. But just in this one screen, yeah, we need to watch out because we have our one hit, we have our two hits. Arguably, you could say we have our three hit, but there's definitely our three. So this is kind of coming up to number 4. So yeah, it's kind of getting a little bit scary. Now, again, we could combine that if we can get it to drive down. For a Sunday night open, it could definitely be an area where we take a bounce off of. But it's one of those levels where it's like, man, why couldn't have this one just driven halfway through and then we could have taken a short coming through that level? Ugh. Of course, going into Friday had to be a little bit difficult. So I'd watch out for it. I would say I'd still be looking top and bottom. If we had to pick like a small intraday curve, I would say the 73.17 is a level that obviously we have a lot of selling occurring up there. This 73.23, a lot of buying going on down here. So we're kind of sitting right in the middle. And I'm kind of curious if we can maybe pull back to one of these two levels, take another short today. And again, kind of playing that dollar strength. In 15 minutes, I don't know. I mean, Powell could screw this one up just a little bit if he mentions one thing that's kind of like, that's a new take on it. I never saw, never thought about that before. Right? So Yeah, I would say top and bottom are what matter most right now, and I'm kind of looking for kind of going in the next week. So overall, though, we are in the green area on the larger time frame. So again, we are looking more for longs and a little bit more bullish biased. So again, it may be another level that we attempt to get in there and kind of mess with, right? The 72.22. So keep it on your radar. We are pulling back, and again, with 15 minutes to go, maybe we can grab one of these smaller levels in here. Maybe we take something limited in that range. Um, 'Cause like I said, Powell could mention something about controlling interest rate going forward and yada yada yada, and people are like, "Oh, that's hawkish." I mean, that could be a point, a pushback to the downside. So, yeah, it's 40 pips, so it's a decent runner if we can get up there, right? If we can get up there, we'll see. Got 15 minutes to go. Aussie yen. So Aussie yen, we talked about the push through, and again, when it left right there, you can see that it did. It's 1 to 3, and again, nice push through, nice push up, and again, there was your retest back down, and there is where we took off and went. And again, you may have gotten in there. You should have been fine in there because again, that was a level that we were looking for that basing. Um, Nice little spike through. So since that time, it's done nothing but retrace back down again. I would say this one is hmm, it did take a decent bounce here, and that's a pretty nice little zone right there, right? Um, hmm, this is going to be a little bit challenging to get through, but how much do we have? Hmm, about 30. Expect it not to be as bad. What I probably do is, since this is done, that's out there. We can move this across to there. We don't need that anymore. Let's throw in a potential level there. It's a little bit. It's a little bit aggressive. It's not at the top. A little bit aggressive. Wondering if we take that one. I mean, it's pretty clean, and that's at the European session. Wondering if we just go high. How much is that? Let's see. It's about 15. I don't know that we'll do a 45 today. We may need that smaller zone. Um, yeah, it should be 10, right? Yeah, it's about 10. Uh, yeah, I kind of like that one a little bit better. And again, it's kind of playing the same area, but it was a decent pop from 80.55. We'll see if we can get up there today. It's going to require about 30 pips more worth of movement. So again, we could get a little spike from anything that Pal says, but if not, that could be a level on Sunday night. And again, it's kind of playing the same scenario top. So 80.55 is the next thing that's close. After that, we're looking at a little bit higher, and again, that'd be more of a Sunday night thing. We got to see what it does today. Okay, we can take this off. We can take this off, that off, this off. I don't need that level anymore. Just to kind of keep it cleaner. That level's fine. Yeah, we're good for right there. So yeah, 80.55, I'd say is the next level. Euro pound. So I was hoping again, Euro pound drove it down. I was looking for this to go a little bit higher. It looks like it's going to get stuck in this kind of drama over here. Not necessarily surprising. Again, those are hard candles where we have that big wick and then a little basing and then a big wick again on top of each other. You can't see it on the 30, but you can definitely see it on some of the lower time frames, and it gets pretty ugly in there. It would have been much, much cleaner up top, but it looks like it's going to roll and really just retrace. The pound had a big day yesterday, so you know it's kind of getting a little bit back again right now. And then again, the German data today. Um, there, yeah, the German business climate being down a little bit. Not kind of what's bringing this back down. But I expect it to kind of level off, and we'll see how much farther it can go. So, um, yeah, I don't think there's a ton in this one. I would say watch this yellow, but yellow would be a target for anything south. I wouldn't use that. Next level, I'd be looking for long is 85.07, and short. Really like to use this one, but I don't. We're not going to have enough time for the weekend. Um, it's 24 pips. There's only like 2 hours left to go in that market. I don't know, maybe something on Sunday, but I just don't feel like we're going to have much trading opportunity with that today. Euro yen. So Urian, we were looking for a short. You can see that this one kind of came through, got about halfway, came back up again, and then again, European Open is where kind of this one shot to the downside. So it is a decent level. Again, if you'd been taking it in spot, you were up 2 to 1. It may have come back on you, and you would have gotten stopped out. with like a little bit of a profit. But had you take it in 8x or anything else like that, you were fine. It ended up going to its 1 to 3 back to the downside. So, I still think it's a valid level. Again, if we peel this back a little bit, we can throw a new level in there. I really kind of put it where it is right now, right? I'll just delete this. Um, right. So kind of same thinking. The problem with this is it's the yen right now, and the yen is kind of waiting to hear what Palace has to say. So we'll find out in 10 minutes. But I would say this one's a little bit higher up. If we do break through this level, though, you can see that we do have a clean racetrack after this. So any type of position higher, and again, we don't need this for the short. We can leave that. And let's just pull that one off now. Let's take that one off. Let's use this. If there is a long here, again, look for a Harry Potter looking through. And again, question is, do we have enough time today? Maybe, maybe. Again, the yen could have some decent movement. Let's see, how much does that need to move? Um, it's only about 26, so yeah, we could have enough movement in that one if we can break through that top and kind of pull back. So, and if not for this week, maybe for next week as well. Oh, sorry about that. I'm actually on coffee number 2, but this one is after Melissa. Oh, sorry. Euro dollar. So euro dollar is really just retracing back down to where it's, again, had this huge spike down. We retraced back up the parabolic retracement move, and now it's coming right back to that kind of equilibrium point. I wouldn't say that the dollar's reaction was, anything earth shattering here. We were getting some dollar strength really from that, 6 o'clock time frame. It really didn't do much until then. Um, you know, and again, talking about kind of the spike top to bottom, right? Oh, I want to do this. Oops, it's on the wrong one. You can see right there, we're bouncing right off the 23. So, um, if you're really looking to get into something today, you could potentially use this zone, but I would say probably use that zone for more of a Sunday night gap type scenario. I wouldn't say that there's a lot in this one, and it takes about 25. Now, I don't know, maybe Palace has something that sounds really, really hawkish. I mean, it's possible, right? I mean, there's always something possible, right? But again, we could get a bounce off of that later on today, but it would have to be a quick spike in and then a reversal based off of what he says. So it's kind of like an if this then that type long scenario. I would say this is a very short term position too. It's only about 6 pips worth of risk, so it's not even like it's gigantic. Um, overall, I like this one better. I like the 116.73. But yeah, there's a kind of our top and bottom right now. And that's kind of a sketchy little. I'm gonna adjust some of these for next week. Pull this one across. I feel like now that Neuro's worried that the sound cut out, I feel like I'm gonna have to put like background music in. Some like really quiet, like soothing, like death metal just for you. You know, right? Some like really, really strong, like industrial guitar background just to keep you focused, Neuro. Because I feel like that's your taste in music when you trade, right? Some people are Mozart, some people are like Zen. I feel like yours is like some like really hardcore. I don't know. Maybe it's one of the like I don't know. You would be that guy. Yeah. In my local, yeah. I feel like you'd be that guy. Like, it's like, Nero, what the heck are you listening to? I don't know. It just, gets me ready, gets me focused, gets me focused. Yeah. I actually want to go to, you know what? Speaking about local music scene, so like Annapolis is weird because it's like Annapolis is like its own state almost. It's weird. So obviously it's very Navy based and very like, foofy foofy. Like it's not a lot of yuppies. Like boaters are a completely different like Montgomery County in Maryland, it's like got like some of the highest taxes. It's like one of the wealthiest, counties in the in the US. Like some of the highest taxes and things like that as well. Because it's where like a lot of the diplomats live. They live in Northern Virginia or in like the Rockville area because there's some really nice properties out there. Um, but it's funny, Annapolis is totally different. Like we have a lot of like, guys that are retired that play guitars and all that kinds of stuff. We don't have a lot of that stuff. Yeah, we don't we don't have that here. There's an but not that we'd ever hear, but like those what is it, the Mongolian throat singers? I think it would be really interesting to see these guys. Like my throat hurts a lot of times, like from like yelling at practice and stuff. But those Mongolian throat singers, I really want to see those guys in person one time, right? I forget what they're called. Um, that one, like the really popular one that just was out. Yeah, the Mongolian throat singing. I feel like by the time my coaching career is over, I'll be able to do it. Um, Pound Yen. So look at that. So Pound Yen ended up taking a nice little reversal. We were talking about we had that 50% retracement level there. It got close and turned and rolled. So it's like, damn you. I hate when it does that. But we are approaching it again. Excuse me. God, I'm dying this morning. King's X from Kathy, Texas. Most criminally underrated band in the universe. I have no idea who that even is, Nero. But I don't think that's the throat singing, the Mongolian people. That maybe they're called like the U or something like that, the YU. I don't know. I think they were on Britain's Got Talent, and Simon was like, I don't know what the heck that was, but like now they're quite popular. They're quite popular, right? Um, one of the like a big band just did a thing with him because they don't really. I don't think they speak English, or there's not much English inside of the songs. So like recently, I don't know who it was. They did a collaboration with him. It's pretty, and then they were singing. I was like, oh, it's kind of cool. It's like Mongolian. It's like in the music video, it's Mongolian bikers, I guess, to simulate like Genghis Khan because they're like Mongolian instruments that they use. So it's like they've transitioned from horses to like Harleys. Kind of a cool video. Kind of like it. It's kind of catchy. It's like one of those things. So yeah, the U, God, it's gonna drive me crazy now. Um, yes. Oh, it's the Hue. All right, I'm probably saying it wrong, but the HU and then U is the song. But yeah, check it out. They got like it's like Mongolian music. It's Mongolian music. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The Harp Twins. I don't know who that is either. Yes, those guys. Yes, yeah. They wear like Mongolian like Mongolian armor, like a lot, like Mongolian outfits, and like they play like it's a lot of strings, right? They play strings with like very very detailed instruments, right? But it's called Mongolian throat singing, I think. But yes, the Hue. Yeah, yeah. It's neuro. It's this. You look at it, you're like, what? How? Wait, what do they say? Like, you can't understand what they're saying, but it's throat singing. I'm like, that is interesting. Yeah, check it out. Yeah, yeah. Maybe I'll put that for the intro music or the exit music or something. And you'll be like, what is this? Although it'll get flagged from YouTube. They're like, oh, you don't have rights to this song. You can't monetize this video. It's like I wasn't monetizing the video anyway, but thank you. Um, but yeah, but anyway, 150, 184. I would look for another short out of that area. It's pretty decent. If you want to get a little bit more aggressive on it, again, that's a decently formed top there. You could take that one, right? Dealing with this area. And again, it was kind of tested. Let's see. It's about 10 pip risk. So not a bad level. And again, this is a nice little pop from the US Open. So we could get a roll. It may not be bad, right? Something for Friday. The bottom is not the ideal, but you know, I hate to say it, but it's kind of the way that it's set up. We get any type of negativity in the UK. This is kind of set up for more of a drop next week, and I'd be okay with that if we can come back down to 150. There could be a good trade there, but I think either of those two levels short would be decent. Pound dollar. This one already took off. If you guys were here yesterday, we talked about that 10:30 reversal. If you attended yesterday's session, you got it. It went all the way through, so we were out at this point. But it only hit full profit at 7:30 this morning. So took a long time to get there, but if you were in the session, we talked about it. The little test right there at the base. That was your 10:30 reversal. Right there is 10:30. Put the clock right there at 10:30. Oops, maybe a little bit higher so you can see. You can see the candle, right? So, and then the test at 12:30. So it's out. Not much to do. Like I said, I still like this level down here. I think this was good. It stomached the FOMC notes. 136.11 up top. We still have the 137.97 up top, and that's kind of our ranges top and bottom. I wouldn't. There's not a whole lot in here that I'd mess with and say, "Yep, that's a great level." Not for our Friday. Not for Friday. And you can see we mentioned this. Took a while to break through that level. So, nope, I want that one gone. All right. Yep. Okay. Good. Dollar CAD. All right. So Was kind of hoping Dollar CAD would come grab this level here. It did not. Remember yesterday, I was like, yeah, there's a level here. It's a test, but it's so small. Like, watch that be the turning point. Yeah, it was the turning point. That was the takeoff point, and it hit it again, and then it hit it 3 times. Like, come on, really? That's what you did your launch off of, and it was late last night, and that's what started the rally. Um, it got about 85 pips up from that mark, so yeah, kind of funny. It's like, damn, really? Like that's the level you pick? And like even where it formed, like it's not even like we could have drawn a zone. Like, look at this. Like, where are you gonna? I mean, I guess you could have drawn that and been like, yep, there's your zone, right? But kind of a, I mean, it's a 16 pip zone, but I don't know the way that it hit it and pulled back and hit it again and then came back and then hit it and then held it again and then hit it again. You're like, man, really? We're gonna go long from this level and then hit it again and drove in there again, and that's what was the takeoff point. So the buyers won. The buyers got beat around, but man, this is like the prize fighter that knocked the guy out that was getting beat up the entire match. So yeah, this was an interesting turn, and it was clear all the way up, and it's kind of like, man, you got stopped right here. That's what stopped you. So 8:30 was the U.S. session, basically like no, no, no. But yeah, I was looking for a little bit higher and didn't get it, and it reverted back down. So could we use this level? Maybe, but if anything, see what and I mentioned yesterday why this is hard is because we have this level here. You got a level of basing right in here, and you also have a level of basing right here. And technically, you got another level right here, right? So there's a lot of buyers stacked up before that 125.85. Um, yeah, so kind of a funky one to play, but we'll see. I mean, today it looks like it wants to continue to push lower. We'll see what kind of resistance these buyers in here are able to put up. It was a level of basing. Is it one I'd want to trade off of? Not really, not really sure. Probably not. Again, like I said, I don't. I'm not big into trading in the afternoon on Fridays at all. So for me at this point, I'm pretty much checked out of that one. How much was that zone? 13. I wanted to mark that off and save that one for later. But yeah, that's the one I was looking for. Watch that one for next week. All right, dollar Swiss. According to Ernest, it's the greatest thing ever. It's like that video, the tired of missing sales guy. This is the greatest thing ever. You know, tired of missing sales.com, where he has to say it like 100 times so people know. Picked up 80 pips from that. You did? Did you really get it from there? I looked at it and I was like, man, this can't be the level. And then when it went back again, I'm like, man, it hitting again. I'm like, again, it's going to hit that level. It's like, my God. Yeah. I was like, this thing, I just don't get it. It's like, oh. And the reason why is because all we needed was oil to spike a little bit. But I will say this. It's not in this one. Where is it? China made a comment, and it was inside of one of these things. Storing U.S. debt, the grace period. When I clicked on one of these, it was over here. Basically, China is complaining about inflation, especially in commodities. And they mentioned oil as one of the commodities. And I was like, huh. So China wants to now lower the cost of oil as well. It's like, that's going to be an interesting thing. Um, Perspectives of the pandemic. Let's see. Its purpose is to emphasize, however, the Fed has long viewed community outreach as a vital part of outstanding in these discussions. These events enable us to hear directly from the people on the ground. So it doesn't sound like much. At the heart of the sectors and the industries for you. This is a speech. I'm just trying to see if there's anything. I'm very glad to join you guys all today. The speed and intensity of, let's see, and the rapidity of the recovery in many areas are without modern precedent. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to see if he does our safety protocols for lives, yada yada yada, and fun. Motivates economic opportunity, creativity, and the past 18 months. I have been amazed with small businesses shipping the demands and reality. Yeah, it's called They Want to Eat, buddy. It's called They Want to Eat. All the rest I'm looking for. Nah, so it looks like not much. It's always been crucial. Yeah. So, yeah, not much out of Pal so far. I mean, that was it. That was it. There was his opening remarks. Um, These are delayed by 10 minutes, so I'll be able to tell you in 5 minutes if there's much reaction. But right now in currencies, yeah, okay, not much. He didn't really say anything that was kind of earth shattering. Let's see, is there any market here? Nah, no movement right here. We're looking for 110.94, 110.91. We're gonna throw that up there. I think this was a good one, right? Yeah, yeah, it's one we'll be waiting for a while. All right, let's put that up there. Waiting for that to hit today. Got another 30 pips to go on that one. I don't know if we'll get a. I don't know if we'll go 30 up and then be able to reverse across, but obviously everyone's like, "Oh, that's all he said. That was it." Wah wah wah. I feel like that's that. I feel like that's going to be the reaction, and that is it. All right, oil. So oil taking a little bit of a bounce up. We got a level right above for oil. So let's see. Let me mark this off. 14, 13. Right now we've pushed about that high. I actually wouldn't be surprised if we do take a bounce off. This is a. Here's what it looks like. Right? It's kind of a. It was a gap area. It was like a. It's a small basing area, and then we had a gap back into it again, back on August 1st, and that's what led us to this kind of big drop. So it's an area where we've had a gap and we've shown something in there. So again, if we're looking for a reversal, that's probably where it is today. Um, but interesting enough, it's kind of like, yep, there's the European session down, and thus far we're doing nothing but retracing back up, a little bit higher than what we were. And again, very common. We've seen this European session drive oil down. U.S. trader sends oil back up again. Um, Question is, if we hold here, I actually don't mind this for a short. Let's see. Let's swap this around. I'd like to see 1 to 3 is to there. Yeah, so I'm cool with that. That 1 to 3. That 1 to 3 is okay. By the way, that rally back up again. So yeah, if we can get a hold there, if we can get a hold in the next 20 minutes at that level, and again, we could take a confirmation bounce off of this. That wouldn't be horrible either. Look for this to roll back down into that, I don't know, 73.40 area, kind of back where the UK session started, right around that dotted line. So gold. Let's look at gold. So gold not doing much again. Gold just took a bounce off that 1734 level. And again, yesterday we mentioned this level. We were here yesterday, so if you guys were able to grab this one, I don't think it actually. I don't think we made 1 to 3. Nope, made it to 1 to 2.5. And again, that was a long one. It took a while. So kind of back where we started. But again, hit again for that level. I would say gold probably will go up a bit today. Like I said, I wouldn't, silver is down almost 1%. Gold is kind of holding firm here. It's kind of finding these buyers here, but I don't know. I mean, Todd was like shocked. He's like, I don't understand. Cryptos are outlaw, but gold didn't go anywhere. It's like, yeah, I was like, the gold trader is not the crypto trader. I would say that crypto is more associated with silver. Um, because remember, gold is like people that are preserving wealth. Crypto people are about destroying wealth. So it's not really. Well, I don't want to say destroying wealth, but they're the kind of anti-institution aspect of it. Gold is a way to, gold is an asset to hedge for inflation. Crypto people are not thinking about inflation. They're thinking about, wow, 10 years ago this was like $2,000, and now it's up to like 50, or I guess 40, but a little bit different thinking there. So not seeing as much in gold, but I think gold needs to bounce up a little bit higher. I think 1750, 1760 range is where we really should end the week. You know, yeah, we're not quite there yet. So I don't have anything for that one today. Silver, you can see we took it a big drop. We're touching that level again, that 2210 level. And again, if we're going to talk about reversal levels, gold and silver are both at an area right now of buyers. So, you know, remember both those markets closed at 215, so we only got about 4 hours left to go in those. But I think they're probably both going to rebound a little bit and go higher. But both with risk levels, I wouldn't be willing to take right now. Not a destroying wealth, just an alternate route to wealth that works around the usual institutions that cause the problems in the first place. Kinda. Remember, it's supposed to be anti-institution, not a different way. It's not. Remember, the whole point, or neuro, is there is no institution that you should not control money. It's like, okay, we can go back to barter and you guys can trade shells, but um, and remember, like a majority of people have no business managing their own wealth whatsoever. None. Nor do they want to. Nor do they want to. So, you know, it's hard to say that the financial services industry is, do they take advantage of people? Yes. Yes. They absolutely take advantage of people. But at the same time, at least there's at least there's some form of protection, right? At least they make an attempt to protect, right? Like there are ways that you can be protected, right? There's absolutely zero protection in crypto, you know. And if you think about it, you have your hard wallets and you have your soft wallets, and then old people are like, "Wait, I already have a wallet. It's leather," right? So, and if you think about who has the most assets under management, is it the old people or is it the young people? It's the old people, right? They still control a lot of the majority, the monetary supply. And all these like, oh, I'm a billionaire based off of crypto on paper. It's like, yeah, you just lost $100 million in the last week. Like, okay, you're really making a good example of how to manage money. Wonderful. Um, there's people that are gonna like, yeah, we're gonna hold on forever until China outlaws it and the United States follows suit and they outlaw it as well, and then you can't really do much with it. I'll tell you right now, China has outlawed it. Somebody tries to buy a Tesla and Tesla accepts Bitcoin in China, China will just block, you know, all sales. They will just be like, okay, Tesla, you don't need to be here. It's fine. We're gonna take your rocket. We're gonna steal all the technology, right? And then we'll just duplicate it by one of our Chinese companies, right? That's how they roll. That's how they roll. The banks protect themselves. They do neuro, but if you have the basic understanding, you can also protect yourself. I mean, like I said, I mean, is the stock market going to go to zero? No. Are the people that make, I mean, are the people that are making the rules still? Are they invested in Wall Street? Yeah, absolutely. Right. I mean, it's hard to say, AOC with her dress that says tax the rich. Meanwhile, Nancy's like, you're not taxing anything, lady, right? She's too young to have. It's so funny. Did you guys see the meme? So there's the picture of her where she's in the green thing. It's tax the rich, but she's wearing a $3,000, like $3,300, um, that suit. She's wearing like a green suit in one of her ads. It's a $3,500 suit. I don't care if she got it for free. It's a $3,500 suit. What percentage of the population do you think owns or wears a $3,000 suit? And then you tell me that would not be considered the rich. um, no, it's not. It's not a coincidence after that. Yeah. Well, I mean, and again, you know who created Bitcoin, right? Right. Who was the driving fact? Who was the driving force behind the cryptos and Bitcoin? You guys know? It's not the guy, the founder. It's not the invisible guy that nobody's ever met. Yes. Yes. Yeah, they haven't paid their taxes and all that other stuff, Nero. Yeah, but do you guys know who the original kind of the person that basically it's actually two people. Do you guys know who the big pushers of cryptos and in particular Bitcoin was? It was not the gentleman that nobody's seen ever that owns supposedly the most. No. You guys remember the Winklevoss twins? Yeah, they were the first big kind of now again, they've sold a lot of stuff, but they were the first big pushers after they kind of got raked over the coals by you know old Zuck, right? Zuckerberg kind of messed, kind of bullied those two guys out. There was like a settlement, then that was their next big adventure, but you don't really hear much. I wonder what they're doing now. I don't know. Winklevoss twins, yeah. Let's see, their net worth is 4.3 billion, right? um Doesn't say what they're doing now. It just says that they're founder of the Winklevoss Capital Management and Gemini Cryptocurrency Exchange and and Olympic rowers. Yeah, yeah. They made bank off the Zuckerberg thing, but they're not allowed to disclose. I don't believe they're allowed to disclose it. And then they were, they did become billionaires. Yeah, yeah. Because Briggs, I think their initial they were like one of the original people when like Bitcoin was like less than $1. But yes, I mean, going to Harvard, I mean, they pretty much, yeah. They made bank. And again, think of it this I mean, just think about how, I mean, they were in Bitcoin and dealing with Bitcoin back when it was like under $5, right? It was like nothing. It was when it first came out. They took the money from the Mark Zuckerberg, the lawsuit for Facebook. They got an undisclosed amount of information or of money and dumped a ton of that into Bitcoin. So if you think about like people now, it's like, yeah, I got Bitcoin like 6,000. It's like, man, they got it for like $1, less than $1, and you wonder why they made so much money. So you know, for every person that I love that. Did Mark Zuckerberg steal Facebook? It's like, well, kind of, and he got money from it. Yeah, I don't know what the thing is. It's so funny. Did Zuckerberg? Yeah, yeah. Even Eduardo felt like he got screwed in the early days, and he got a payoff as well. He won huge in the end. Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of funny, but I mean, I don't think they were ever going to be poor no matter what anyway. So yeah, there's that. All right, let's see what the indices did. Did the indices like what he had to say? No. Indices didn't care. There's your 10 o'clock candle right there. Yeah. There's your 10 o'clock candle. So the indices didn't really care. And look at that. Overnight down, and then again 9 o'clock, 9:30. We found that opening. Unfortunately, it didn't get low enough. So again, it would not have really been a viable entry. Let's see on the 15 if there was anything to see. Nope. Nope. It went high. Again, we were looking for it to come back in lower, but it didn't make it all the way down. And literally, all it's doing is sucking right back up to that 44.50. So yeah, and mention a feel good Friday with Todd. That was probably what we could have. It's up by a little bit right now. Again, it's kind of funny it's pushed up this much, but I look at 44.50. We're an area where some profit taking. That initial kind of surge this morning could come in at. Got two little levels above, but again, 44.50. Watch that. NQ. I mean, there you go. NQ was 9:30 candle was here, so yeah, it's not quite all the way back up though. I actually don't know if it'll go all the way up today. Right there, it got close. 1 to 3.7. Right there. Perfect. It got really, really close. It got really, really close to going again. So, yeah, and all it did was bounce off 15,200 on its way back up to 15,300. And again, this is the weakest. NQ is the weakest right now. We'll see if this can roll. Well, that's what the movie tells us. What? That they got money or what? That which what was that, Briggs? That Eduardo felt like he got screwed too? No, that's in the Business Insider. That's not the movie. But Eduardo made bank. They all made bank. Is it bank compared to what it could have been now if they still had it? No, but bank is bank. Bank is bank. And again, the Winklevoss twins. Again, I'm sorry. The 4.3 billion. That's just Tyler. That's not even the other brother. I don't know what the other brother's name is. Other twin's name. Tyler. Cameron. Cameron. There you go. Cameron. An interesting thing about Cameron is Cameron actually has gold medals. I think the other brother does too. I mean, it's nice. Like rowing. I mean, it's your twin brother who's the exact same size and strength as you. Um, uh, yeah, Eduardo was not happy either. No, they all got paid. They all felt like they got screwed a little bit, and they did. I mean, I don't know. I don't think Mark is as big of a jerk as the movie made him out to be in real life, but um, I do feel like some of his responses are extremely arrogant in real life as well. Um, I think I think Facebook should be. My opinion is, I think it needs to be regulated. It's too large. It has too much influence. Seeing the way and the things that they did with people's personality data and stuff like that, I think should be considered illegal. Selling it to one political party without the other party getting access, and then having no regulation on it, I feel that it's extremely dangerous. Um, and again, they show that I mean, if Russia is able to sway election by using social media, you should put limitations on social media. And I think Facebook is one of the most toxic inventions of all time. That's my personal opinion. Um, he still likes Luther. Yeah. Like if I had to pick like who's most evil, right? If you like have like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and Mark Zuckerberg, it hands down Zuckerberg. Bezos, I think, was smart. Bezos took a product. I think Bezos was more of kind of a long term thinker, and he just again with Amazon, he kind of saw where things are going. It's kind of like the same thing when the originator of Twitch kind of came up with like, yeah, this is going to be a big deal. Now millions of, I mean, there's millions of dollars, every month made by people watching other people play video games. So I mean, again, he was kind of more of an innovator. Where I throw Bezos in that category. Where I think Elon is more of he would get the award for the most imaginative. Like I feel like Elon and like Ben Franklin, right? I feel like if you asked him like who would you want to most sit down with, I feel like he would be back in like with Einstein. Like he is this generation's version of Einstein. Obviously there's a business thing to it, but again, he'll push innovation. Like it's kind of like, oh, here's the box. I'm gonna do everything outside the box. Bezos is just like, this is where I see the future, and I'm gonna make a ton of money doing it. And he was smart. I mean, I know people don't like Jeff because he has so much money, but it's like he's just always been smart. Like, I mean, again, excellent, excellent businessman, embracing where he saw the future. Mark, I feel like Mark kind of is. I throw Mark in the same category as you know, as the crapple guy, as Apple, right? Oh, Elon's absolutely a jerk, but I think Elon's a jerk not because he thinks. I, Elon is not a jerk because he thinks. And this is my opinion personally, right? I feel that Elon is a jerk because not because he thinks he's better than everybody else. Like he doesn't think that. I think that Elon is different. I think that Elon thinks of things and looks at things completely different than people, right? Like Einstein. Einstein was like, he's weird, he's strange, nobody claimed, he was not a genius until well after the fact, right? I think there's certain people with like extremely high IQs like that are seeing things at a completely different level, and I'm fine saying that. I mean, if you guys are insulted by that, oh well. But I'm saying Elon will tackle a problem and look at something way differently than me. So again, if he's a jerk because that's how he's, again, that's his world, it's different. It's fine. I don't think that. I mean, Mark, I just I don't know anything I've ever seen. I mean, if it wasn't, just his responses and the way that he says certain things, like in his testimony, it rakes me the complete wrong way. I can't. I just like I said. I at the end of the day, I don't think you could say that Tesla's made bad inventions, right? I think all the money they've put into the cars, and I think Tesla has been a driving factor in solar power and things like that. Like I don't think electric cars would be where they were without Tesla, and I don't think electric cars inherently are a bad thing. I think they are a good thing for the future. Social media has gotten so toxic. The divide is, I believe that the divide exists because of things like Facebook. I do feel that Facebook has a monopoly. There's only one of them, but yet they exert that much control out there. Um, if that was like if you look at like the phone services and things like that, there's antitrust things and pulling them apart. And now, they got their mitts into everything, right? I mean, they dominate that stream. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm not a big Mark Zuckerberg fan. I don't think his inventions at the end. I don't think his inventions at the end of the day have brought a positive change to society. I think it's done the exact opposite. Where I do think with Elon, it has made a difference. And I do think Amazon is the way of the future. It sucks for small businesses and it sucks for like the mom and pop shops. But, you know, Amazon took to another level what things like Walmart was already doing, if you think about it, right? He just took it to the new level and went online with it, which I think everybody had to really kind of go there. That's where it was going. So, right, antics. Why can't you do or see? Yeah, Elon. I think Elon's a lot of his frustration is probably because typically when people are that smart, it's hard to dumb themselves down to think at other people's level. They're not. They're typically not the most empathetic people, and it frustrates them. And I agree too. Like I have to deal with stupid people too, and I have a very low tolerance for stupid people. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, like there is, there are some people I'm fully willing to admit there are some people in life that I've dealt with, and I was like, this person is dumber than a bag of rocks, and I have to deal with them. Yeah, mom and pop shops can sell on Amazon. Yeah, they can. Most of them, but Ernest, nobody knows how to. But yes, they can. Absolutely, they can. Yep. Um, yeah. All right. Look at this thing turning around. Come on, NQ. Stop being a stop being a baby. And YM also nice little pop, 915, kind of open, and it's running the sellers. They weren't. I mean, it's a pretty aggressive entry. I mean, if you're looking right there, you can see it. It's aggressive. It's hit, but you know, that's a quick pop. I'm sure somebody out there grabbed it, but again, I'd be cautious with that kind of entry. But again, it's smooth sailing for this one to come all the way back down again if it wants to, back down to 34,486. Um, Russell, Russell's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know. Go short, go long. Yeah, it's kind of stuck. Russell's the second weakest, but you're like, wait, it's all green. How's this weak? It's like, yeah, because it was all the way up here. So yeah, I don't want. Let's see what else we got in here. Apple, little gap down, having some problems, chopping sideways. And I will say, I like how Tesla was like, here's our technology. Go out there and make better, better engines, better electric engines. Let's advance the science. I do love how they do that, right? Like I feel like Ford or Chevy would never share their designs for an engine. Where I feel like Tesla was like, here's our technology. Let's take it. Let's run with it. Let's do this, guys. Um, yeah, he wants the Jetsons car. And these are all coming back up again. Yeah, this was the news, and now it's coming back up again. All the profit taking from this. Um, Ethereum looks exactly the same. AMC, these are all negative. Doji down 7. Same thing. Look, same exact thing. Natural gas. Nice little tag there. Should be. I'm on a 15-minute. I'm like, why is it like that? I'm on a 15. But there's natural gas for the day. Bonds are down, although bonds are approaching a level down here. Let's see. Just through on this one. VIX is up slightly, barely. Barely. VIX is up 0.1, so they're kind of. There's where it closed. There's the overnight. Boom. Right back down again, the same exact spot. So VIX is not doing much either. See if we can get a short off of that. That could be interesting. They all have the same setup except Russell. Wah, wah, wah. Up, Ecky's here. All right, Ecky's here. We can go ahead and do the drawing. All right, let's go. All right, so Debbie won yesterday, right? Debbie won yesterday. Debbie did that weird thing where she's like, "Is it my day to win?" And then she won. No idea how she did it. You guys saw it on the screen. It wasn't like I clicked anything away. Had no idea Debbie was going to win. I actually don't have any control over that at all. The only setting I have is like I don't know how they figured out, but like they could see obviously the stars is the people that are subscribed to the channel. Um, they use their Amazon to subscribe to the channel. Like there is a setting where like they can get a higher chance of winning. I don't know if it like gives them like double tickets because they're a subscriber or something. I don't know how it works, but I have it set to basically everybody's equal. So, um, no idea. I mentioned Debbie wins. Ernest is like, oh hell no, 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 no. Debbie's like, come on. Debbie's doing the right thing. All right. So, with that said, let's shut it down. Let us see who's going to take today's win. All right. So, 8 people in. Got a battle and see if there's 14 tickets. There's 6 of them there. It's like what? It's a decent amount, right? 30. You got like a 25 cent. Close to 25. All right. So let's see. Winner of today's drawing is Ernest going to play the spoiler? Is Ernest going to play the spoiler, or did Eki sneak in at the last minute just to win? Winner of today's drawing is. All right. I'm just not going to talk tomorrow. I'm literally just not going to talk tomorrow. I'm like, did Eki sneak in just to win? Bam, Eki wins. So yeah. So 2 days in a row, I mentioned the person's name and they win. I swear there's no voice recognition. All right, there's absolutely no voice recognition. So let's go in here and give Eki his 25. There we go. Eki climbing up. There we go. He's ahead of Wealthbow there. So Wealthbow is like, oh no, we'll see. And he's on Shale's. He's on Sean's tail next. So is there any other Kansas City president? Esther George. That's what it says. Growth, buy assets, kind of. Criteria for substantial further progress have been met. Criteria for taper has been met. Case of ongoing monthly purchases has waned. All right, so George is saying, yeah, we're good. Labor market friction is fading, barring a resurgence of virus. A normal economy is likely to remain elusive for some time. Well, it's because, yeah. No, I don't want to do that. Asset buying effects complicate the judging rate plan changes. Okay. Yeah. She made some comments, so it looks like we're gonna get a bunch of these all day today. So Watch for the ban. Ernest is like, that's it, dropping it. All right, so that's it really for the day. Like I said, everything's reacting a little bit. Her mentioning those comments has helped the dollar even a little bit more. About 20 minutes ago, let's see, is the dollar done anything in 20 minutes? Yeah, it's starting to take a little bit of a pop back up on the 30. A little bit, but not too much. Like I said, I would expect it to kind of roll back down again. Because it's like, here's the positive comment, and here's the negative comment. So, anyway, I'm out of here. I'll catch you guys next week. Should be on I say should be on Monday. I may have a conflict on Monday. I don't know if it's going to be for sure, but we should be on Monday. But if not, um, I'll let you guys know. But also, um, we are at tomorrow. We are at 38 weeks. So again, that baby could pop at any time. I think the full moon was actually Wednesday, so I think we're past the full moon mark. But yeah, Melissa's at the I'm 38 weeks. I'm not happy. Everything hurts. I can't sleep. Yeah. So baby could be at any moment. Still don't have a name. Still looking for a name. We have a couple that we're down to, but it's like, oh, I still keep looking out there, and I'm like, is there anything that just rings out to me as far as the name? And I haven't found one yet. So the one name that we had that we loved, that we were, a friend of ours that used it for his son, and it's like, "Ugh." So we got a couple alternates, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, that said, I'm out of here. If you guys have any cool baby names, just saying, post it on Discord. 100 pip chips if we choose that one. So, all right, everybody have a great weekend. I'll catch you guys Monday, hopefully. Take care.